sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Tigers and the Seahawks, and it comes your way next.
Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild, first month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you said, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September, you're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to put together a pretty well-rounded performance in all three phases last week. So, again, can they build off that? Can they continue to grow as an entire team? Because offense, defense, and solid contribution from their special teams, they showed last week, and going forward, this is going to be a hard team to beat.
To the air now on 1st and 10. A throw here, right side, falls incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one, and it'll lead to a second down. Shotgun snap and a give to Hall. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Epps. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
I think the biggest thing that stood out from last week's game was when they went into the game with an initial plan, how quickly were they able to get away from that when they realized it wasn't working? I think they got a lot of unscouted looks, meaning the defense threw a lot of exotic looks at them, blitzes, different fronts and coverages, maybe things they didn't work on all week. So the key this week is understand what is the defense looking to do today, and how fast can we make those adjustments if we're not having early success.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5.
Holding.
But let's check the call. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Hopkins sent in motion. Off play action. He'll set up to throw.
And that's a pretty good effort here on 3rd and long. He had nowhere to go down the field. The defense is playing real soft. He pulls it down and did all he could, but he's still going to end up being short of the 1st down. This play should always end up converting a fourth down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
He's got his big tight end. Touchdown, Tigers. That his first touchdown this year. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
So 7-0 the score, and set now for the dynamic kickoff. He fields it at the 8. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense ready to see the football for the second time. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a first down. That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from it.
They need 8 as they come up for third down. From out of the gun, he'll throw, and that is incomplete.
Just doesn't seem to me right now that he's seeing the field very well. I mean, that last possession results in the pick. You'd expect him to come back out here and be a little bit more careful with the ball, find easier completions, find the better matchup. But instead, he puts the ball back in harm's way, and he's lucky that wasn't another interception.
The Tigers offense about ready to get going on their second possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive, so try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
And he'll get this ahead, gain of about 4, and it leads to third down. Now off the bootleg, he'll look to throw here. Open receiver is Marshall. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on third down with a pickup of 9. Now a give up the middle. And just a short pickup there to about the 44. You get a look there at his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Here's 2nd and 9. They send the tight end in motion. That is caught. It is Hopkins. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down. He completes it to Marshall. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to put it up, take a shot for Hopkins.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. Next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
This taken at the 5. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Seahawks offense about ready to take over once more. The deficit is at 10, so an important drive forthcoming. Getting started with 1st and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Give up the middle with Hall. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. And here comes 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter. On comes the punter now. And he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. So after 1, plenty of scoring already. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
This is what you don't want to see out of your quarterback. As that pocket starts to collapse, the good ones, they can keep their eyes downfield and feel the rush. They don't need to see the rush. Here, his eyes go down. He starts moving around the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball, and they bring him down for a sack.
Throw over the middle, brought in by Hopkins. And he'll be taken down up past the 40-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a 1st down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll stick with him again. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
2nd and short. Normally, this is a great time, Mike, to put the ball in the air and try to press the ball downfield. But in this case, they keep it on the ground. Has a similar effect. They pick up a good gain and a 1st down.
And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll look to throw. Got his man. That's Graham. And this drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up 1st and goal for his team. Now they'll set up to throw. He bought as much time as he could, but he will finally be taken down.
Feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
They bring Judy in motion. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. And he'll be taken down just shy of the 10. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Good drive now faces a tough conversion. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times. And then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the goal line.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the visitors will open up a 13-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
A safe kick taken at the 5. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
We're going to start this drive on the ground. It's Hall. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. On 1st down, they go right back to Hall. Down the sideline, past the 45. And he's going to be taken down. Another run here with Hall. And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's to the running back, Breece Hall. And that's a 1st down. It will be a gain of 8. That's another Seahawks. Back to throw. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
Haven't even reached halftime yet, and we see this quarterback just continue to put the ball in harm's way and make bad decisions. He's lucky it didn't add another interception to his stat sheet, and as they approach halftime here, they got to regroup, and he's going to have to make the better decisions here in the 2nd half.
Have to get this to the 20. Here's 3rd down. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And he's going to get there. He got the 1st down, not by a whole lot, but that'll keep this drive rolling.
Seahawks. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Firing right side. Brought in by Brown.
When you call these double moves, you're going for broke. You're looking to throw this ball over the head of the defense, so give a lot of credit to the defensive backs. Yes, it led to a completion, but this was not the big play the offense intended when the coordinator called that play.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. 1st down and goal. It is brought in the end zone. Michael Pittman. Touchdown. Seahawks. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This returnable from the 4. Now an opening past the 30. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
Here's a 2nd and 12. A short one taken by Hawkinson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining, as they'll stop it just a little bit over 30 seconds to go in this first half. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down. They'll look to throw again. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here at their own 33.
You know, Mike, anytime a team can go nickel or dime and come off the field with an interception, I just am constantly reminded of the importance of defensive back depth when you're building an NFL roster. I mean, think back. This is not the old NFL base 3-4, base 4-3. Offenses are going to roll out 2, 3, 4 high-level wide receivers at you in this pass-first modern era. If you can't roll out 5 DBs and all of them hold their own and be trusted to hold up, you are going to struggle defending these pass-first modern offenses.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Now a deep ball looking for Brown. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. More from you and Greg in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And it's the Niners who have the lead as those two teams play the second quarter. Ben DiNucci throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Next, we head off to check out another game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Aaron Rodgers, 2 touchdown passes thus far. Finally, we're off to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Tampa Bay Bucks. Xavier Legette, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. The second half, straight ahead. Time to get back to it. And for the call, let's rejoin Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. Both these teams running through their